welcome to Check Out This Guy. This is the podcast where 98% of it is made the fuck up as we go. I'm Emory, my pronouns are they, she, he.
I'm Gotcha, and I've made myself up, I guess. I'm a self-made guy. My pronouns are they, he, she.
I'm Morg, my pronouns are they, them. You know, I think you gotta fake it till you make it, right? That's how it goes. And that's how it goes for podcasting, too.
Hi, I'm Izzy. My pronouns are she, he, they. And consider, what if I was a bunny girl?
Oh, what if you were a bunny girl? Oh.
You know, I always say they, she, he. The he is just there as a garnish. You're supposed to leave it on the plate.
Oh, you could just say they and she. You could.
No, I get it, because I add the she, but it's like, if you must, but you don't have to. You can just pretend it's not there.
You can, but don't.
Don't. Wrong.
To be honest, it's like 75% she, 20% he, 5% they.
And 100% concentrated power of will.
God damn it.
Thank you.
We're talking about God Eater today.
Speaking of power of will.
And I'm already in the mood of my character, it seems.
We're not talking about pronouns? What the fuck?
Nope.
What's even the point?
Oh, we can't talk about pronouns. Mine had its, and I kept getting it wrong.
Yeah, we could, you know, the funny thing about the characters in this campaign, some of them had pronouns. Who knew?
Not all of them.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't who haven't heard or don't remember from a previous episode, I ran a tabletop game in set in the world of Grey Pollen, my original post-apocalypse fantasy setting. And literally yesterday, we just finished that campaign, so we're going to be talking about our characters therein.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was curious, I was like, Emory, what are you gonna, because are you gonna talk about, like, multiple characters, or just focus on one, or...
I could talk about a few different guys. Also talk about, like, a little bit about my process for GMing. Izzy has been making it known for months that she's curious about, you know, how much planning I did and what everything looked like by the scenes. I think we can
You were taunting me with knowledge that was forbidden.
Yeah, you did say you were going to give us some hidden facts.
Girl, I didn't fucking plan anything. Let's hear about your characters.
I was gonna say you didn't fucking plan shit. I knew it.
I did not plan shit. I went in so head empty into every session.
Emory not planning something?
I'm saying that with all the love in the world, by the way, Emory. Like, I understand that's kind of how I ran Eidolon a little bit, but...
I tried putting forethought into my sessions. I tried thinking about, like, okay, where should I direct the players? What sort of things are gonna happen? What is potentially out there for them to encounter? And it never worked. I couldn't ever think of anything except when I was right there in the moment.
It's really hard to pre-think about shit. It's so hard.
It is.
It's so hard. It's...
Mm-hmm.
Some of us were made for improv, and some of us are good at thinking in advance. I can't even think in the moment. It's just why my stuff is so good. God, I've done the DMing a couple of times, and the only time I ever had a pre-made plan is when I worked off of a pre-made campaign.
My Eidolon stuff started off having pre-made stuff, but I lost, like, motivation, and also I lost all my improv skills, so that's why it's on hiatus. But hopefully my other games will go better. That might be coming up in the future. But let's talk about this game. So,
yeah,
we didn't, you know, I don't remember how much of this we talked about in the podcast, but this is like it's the same world, but it's totally separate from your other Grey Pollen stuff.
Yeah. It takes place in a completely different location, and I think we decided 11 years prior to Love in the Wasteland.
I didn't know if we had an exact time. I knew it was earlier than Love in the Wasteland, but I wasn't sure where that came. I'm kind of curious why 11 years.
We did land on 11 years because we wanted to figure out the timeline of some of the stuff in Bumbu's backstory, and it's very, very indirectly connected, but we kind of decided that Bumbu's parents died in Prosperity when Prosperity got fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Emory's idea, but yeah, we played around with that a little bit after she brought it up.
Yeah, do you want to talk about Bumbu since we kind of started there?
Okay. I figured I would go last, but
Sure. I mean, if you want to.
No. I can talk a little bit at least. I don't want to keep on talking for a long time right now. I want to spread it around, but I'm going to hesitantly say that I tried to play Bumbu from the very beginning, and I had some mental health issues that the way I was playing Bumbu did not help. So I did temporarily drop out of the game, and we retconned her entire existence.
Yeah, we retconned Bumbu out of the game, then we put her back in fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was much better.
It's a trans allegory, actually.
I loved it. Oh god, I keep on doing it. Except, I was gonna say Bumbu is my first, explicitly trans character. But yeah, so it was a little bit rough at first. I am still, I still have, a visceral reaction whenever the NPC of Grimm got brought up.
Oh no.
Which is fine. It was nice that they were the one that was there at the end that helped Bumbu. That was nice. That there was some healing there.
Good, I'm glad. That was kind of my intention.
So Bumbu didn't come in until after the first arc, so I will say just a little bit about her backstory and then hand over control. But yeah, she is a character who basically got dumped in But Our Will Remains Whole, which is the town, after she lost her leg. And her parents fucked off to Prosperity, abandoning her there. So that wasn't great. She was almost town cryptid, kinda. Except she liked to hang out at the Hash Hole, which was a restaurant that I think y'all came up with on the podcast, maybe?
Yeah.
Or was that during the Session Zero? One of them.
I think we came up with Hash on the podcast.
Okay.
Maybe the Hash Hole specifically we came up with in Session Zero. So we came up with the chef, then the restaurant separately, as if I'm remembering correctly.
Let me go ahead and apologize in case this gets picked up.
It's getting picked up. I can, whatever it is, I'm hearing something.
It's not, I don't think it's getting picked up in the recording, but my neighbor is mowing their lawn, unfortunately.
How dare he?
Fantastic.
Can your neighbor come mow my lawn? Because I'm sick of doing it.
No.
Oh.
Too far. So, Bumbu lives in an abandoned radio tower. She actually has kind of more room than most people in the town, I guess. And she's kind of a tinkerer, scrounger. She just goes around, collects anything she can, and she makes stuff. She also grows sugarcane and peppers. And she makes rum.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of her backstory.
I forgot about the rum thing. I can't believe we never drank that.
Her name literally means spicy, but it's also the name of a rum brand.
Izzy gave me some of that rum. It's yummy.
I know, because you showed me the bottles to explain the color. and then I forgot all about it. Oh man, Mucus could have had a helmet full of rum.
Oh no. That's a lot of rum.
Hey, there was eventually a child drinking rum.
True.
So I'm gonna peace out until y'all finish talking about Act 1, or it becomes appropriate otherwise.
Okay, bye.
Well, I'm still here. I am handing over the speaking stick.
Gotcha. I know we did a whole episode about y'all's characters, but is there anything you want like about them now that having finished the campaign now before we like get into a rough going over of the story?
Yeah. I think the only thing that's significantly changed since we recorded the episode is that in order for Mucus to actually do something, I had to have it imprint on one of the other players, sort of, and then always agree to what they were doing, because otherwise Mucus would not do anything ever. And that worked out, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mucus was not completely useless.
No, I don't think Mucus was useless at all. I think there's
Mucus was like a pitch perfect comic relief character.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anytime like Mucus would interact with an NPC, it was like, oh boy, some silly shit's gonna happen now.
Which was good because like Mark and Ricotta were so kind of serious.
Yeah.
And like
True.
Warwick kind of had his own like shit going on, and then Bumbu was kind of like, I don't know how to people. I feel like in some ways like Mucus knew how to people even if it didn't think it knew how to people, just because it was so like weird in like a charming way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Mucus made friends everywhere it went.
True. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't end up with a friend with one of the mantises.
Yeah, honestly.
Warwick also ended up as a comic relief character, but that was my decision, not Dan.
I'm gonna have some things to say about Warwick.
I don't know if there's a lot to say there about Ricotta. I feel like I really liked Ricotta, but I do feel like I didn't give them enough of a sketch of a character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they were definitely there and they were definitely important. And I think I don't remember how much I had talked about on the show though, but their family helped kind of establish the town early on, a grandparent or something, someone who's not alive anymore. I don't know, because they're a bit older too. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm I felt like I could have played them differently, but I don't know how I would have played them either, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Ricotta definitely had some good interactions. I remember them being very involved with the handyman and kind of plans to, sort of help prepare the infrastructure early on in the campaign. They had a lot of good one-on-one interactions. Yeah. But I do kind of get what you're saying. I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of an arc there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Ricotta was sort of the same at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, which almost kind of makes sense because they were I don't know, established.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never, I haven't really played a character like that before, so I didn't always know what I was doing.
It was a fun character. I loved having interactions with Ricotta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were good, to bounce off of, and I think, it did, help the momentum, so we weren't just, in Silly Town with Mark. Oh my god, I did this in the... We did this in the campaign, too. I met Mucus, and I said Merc. This is going to be
a running thread throughout the campaign. We cannot distinguish those two characters' fucking names. We see MU and the entire rest of the words disappears.
It did help in making my decision to completely always agree with what Merc was doing.
I really liked, especially like early on, Mucus's interaction with the chef on the ship too.
Really fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that really set the tone for like a lot of Mucus's interactions going forward.
Yeah, and I did feel bad at the beginning that I had not made a horror type character for your setting, because I think that would also have been cool, but Mucus is the most natural for me to play.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah, we fucking needed a silly one. Like, it might have gotten a little dour otherwise.
Yeah.
I definitely like what Mucus brought to the energy.
Nice.
I feel like Merc was maybe a better example of what I was trying to do with Ricotta in some ways, because he had like a soft...
Patrick's character, Merc. Yeah,
Patrick's character, Merc, was kind of like a gruff old man, but also had like a lot of interaction with the orphans of the town. That was kind of like his main through line.
Yeah, he like runs the orphanage, so has like relations with all these kids, you know?
Yeah. So he was very like gruff with the heart of gold kind of situation.
Yeah.
Going on there. I kind of imagine Ricotta and Merc being like similarly aged. I don't know if that's what Pat's idea was, but yeah. But I do like them, and in some ways I'm kind of like, I wouldn't mind bringing them back for like a one shot of something, you know?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But there was definitely more I feel like I could have done with their power, which was like controlling like cloths and clothes and stuff, because I think there's stuff you can do with that, but it's like hard to think about it on the spot.
Seems like a very strong ability.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at the end when we decided, well, we'll get there, I guess, but in the epilogue, but
oh my god, fucking terrible idea, putting Ricotta in just inserting them into the middle of our maid RPG so that they can just go around disrobing people.
Oh no. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. Wait,
that is so funny.
I don't think Ricotta would do that.
They would in a maid game.
They would in a maid game, yeah. Also, like, maybe they're an old pervert.
You where Ricotta is a pervert.
Maybe they're an old pervert, you know? Like, maybe they...
Yeah. Maybe that's the character arc.
They just haven't, like, had the ability to really show that off, because we've been in, like, dire situations, and everyone's dirty and muddy and not looking like a maid.
Ricotta Master Roshification.
No! But yeah.
Yes. I will say real briefly, I definitely had so many ideas in which there could be some really cool double teaming with Bumbu and Ricotta. But Ricotta was involved in all the combat, nearly, and Bumbu was only ever in one.
I don't know how that happened.
And she showed up late.
No, I was not, like, building a fighty character.
And I was not building a fighty campaign, so I think it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can count the number of combat encounters in that game on one hand. Like, I think it ran even longer than Reaper's Olympics did, but I was just like, yeah, combat is kind of like one of my lowest priorities here. I think it was very different from Reaper's Olympics. I mean, for one thing, it was very different tonally. I do not think I could match the manic highs of Reaper's Olympics on my current dose of Lamotrigine. So I was just like, you know what? This one's gonna be different. It's gonna be slower. It's gonna be quieter. I think what my goal really was just to have, like, a lot of scenes that kind of, like, you know, just, like, put you in the world. Like, anytime something so significant was gonna, like, come up and happen, I kind of, like, wanted to have, like, a slow build-up to it, or just, like, kind of, like, describe the scene you're in while you're, like, waiting for the thing to happen, or anticipating it, or not anticipating it. Just, like, okay, let's set the mood and, like, see where all your characters are at. What's their headspace right now? Stuff like that.
The vast majority of fighting was also done by Warwick, which felt appropriate.
Glad for that.
Which is Dan's character.
Warwick, kind of the fightiest character in the party.
Dan also came in late to the campaign, and made, like, this octopus guy named Warwick, who was, like, this beefy, like, sailor clamor guy, who had a lot of tension with Bumbu.
I'm just glad that Warwick did all the fighting, because, like, we did one fight scene and we had no hits.
I know! The one with all the, like, Merc, Mucus, and Ricotta just, like, failing to fight these mantises.
It was pretty funny.
And having to be, like, bailed out. Oh my god. Not by Warwick, by Pepperoni, I think it was? Or, I don't know.
Yeah, kind of the thing about God Eater is that, like, combat is very unforgiving. Like, if you roll below average, you're kind of in a bad spot, and, like, yeah, I was giving you difficult combat encounters. I was like, here's the number, I know it's high, we'll see what happens. And yeah, also, like, you have 4 health in the game, and if you take a really serious hit, that's 3 of them gone.
Ricotta took, like, 2 health in that, like, last encounter, and that's, like, half of it, so they were, like, pretty fucked.
That's another reason why I wanted it to be light on combat. Just, like, when it happens, I want it to feel like fucking dangerous. Like, you're not just going around with a big old sword chopping monsters in two. Like, oh, someone could die, actually, when this happens.
Yeah, a lot of it was, like, there was, like, exploration, because we ended up going, like, that first arc, I guess, if you can even call them separate arcs, because it kind of all flowed into one another, but, like, the one where, like, they were, like, all on the ship, and they were all on this ship that had been, like, had come to the town, and there was, like, you know, they kind of were, like, the, like, gruff pirates almost, but they were, you know, nice. Nice pirates, and they were on the submissive and breedable. I don't know how much...
The ship, which we did a very good job of naming, thank you.
Such a good ship name.
Because it was a submersible.
And you could read it.
It was not a submersible.
We kept saying it was, though. You know, it was just like, what if we called it this? What if we called it this anyway?
I think it's
an above water sub that literally
so
exists
good.
in our lore document.
I loved it every time we had to say it.
If it was an actual submarine, it would be the submersible and breathable.
Yeah. But we kind of all, like, became friends with the sailor, the pirates, and they were like, we had to escape because of some crazy shit happening. And we were like, okay, let's check that place out, because we actually need, like, lumber for our town, especially if there's all these new people going to be living here. So they reluctantly took us there, and we did get wood, but we also ran into these big fucking... I don't even know exactly... Because it wasn't the refiners yet, right? Like, what were the ones that were on the island initially?
It was on the island, it was just like one refiner that we had to fight. Yeah.
It was one.
And then like three relays. Refiners are the big guys, relays are the little guys. The little guys are not particularly aggressive. The relays showed up and did not do anything violent at the party. They just ate the injured refiner and then said hi to Mucus and then left.
But yeah, so they're like these refiners in real life. Like they're these like machine creatures almost that have sort of, they're like mechanical but also have like sort of,
they eat reality basically.
yeah, they have sort of like eldritch properties of like eating reality and
sort of basically like sort of what if like a corporate sci-fi company was just like, we're going to manufacture some cosmic horror shit to strip away reality and rebuild the world in our image.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yep.
smiling.
What repercussions?
Absolutely nothing, as we saw in the
Nothing
campaign.
went wrong.
Nothing went wrong. Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing went wrong. Like, yeah, we came back with all that wood and some fucking question marks over our head about what we ran into.
Yeah, how can there be so many?
But we would continue to run into more of these creatures.
They keep making them.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they do that? To us specifically.
Gotta put them somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. It's like when you... It is a bit like... I'm going to make quite the metaphor... Not metaphor. Parallel? I don't know. It's like people who own cats, but they're outdoor cats. So it's somebody else's problem. They should have kept all of them indoors.
Oh no.
That could have fixed everything. This plan would have been foolproof.
Yeah, because eventually we would run into more. There's like multiple towers where they're being made. This is like when Bumbu would kind of rejoin, and we ran into, you hear us talking about mantises, they're praying mantises that are like...
Yeah, the mantises, they're like 9 feet tall,
Big
they're
boys.
intimidating as fuck, but then kind of you start talking to them and they are just like the most exploited laborers out there. If they even whisper about forming a union, they're gonna be fucking rocket launched off the planet in a fucking heartbeat. Like, they're forced to pull like 40-hour shifts, dog shit like that.
I'd say those people are genuinely the scariest. You say something wrong to them and they just fucking murder you. They've already been through hell. What's the worst that could happen?
Bumbu's perspective on that whole situation was basically, oh my god, why are you picking fights with the giant, scary people who have blades for hands? Why do you think you will just win a fight with them? Oh my god, let's try to talk it out. Let's try to do anything other than fight them.
Bumbu had the right idea.
And let's maybe be stealthy.
We mostly didn't fight them the first time.
Mostly.
Like,
Yeah,
yes.
there was a combat encounter where you fought 3 of them, and Warwick definitely wouldn't have died had the captain not intervened. Actually, Warwick would have died 2 times throughout the campaign if the captain hadn't intervened.
Both times.
This is the reason why Bumbu did not like Warwick. Was Warwick just goes in there and starts bragging about, yeah, I killed a refiner.
Warwick did not kill a refiner. No one killed a refiner except the captain.
I know. And then, saying stuff like that just is like, why are you saying any of this? And just kind of having the attitude of, yeah, whatever comes up, I'll just beat the shit out of it and win.
You gotta admire the confidence.
Yes. I love Dan. Dan is a really good friend. But Bumbu is like, oh, I hate this man. I hate this man more than I hate anything else in the world.
God damn.
It's like, I hate this man more than my parents who abandoned me.
Oof.
Damn.
Whoa!
Oof.
I was just about to say, probably not more than her parents, but I
Damn.
guess not.
No. She has complicated feelings about her parents.
I guess.
But, also, we did figure out that the campaign happened very shortly after she found out her parents most likely died. So, in the background, like that very much, in my main mind, ended up making her much more emotional, like, across the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So that very much changed the way that I approached everything with her.
Having a backstory kind of makes things different, huh?
Yeah, it sure does.
I wouldn't know.
But I like that, like, I feel like Ricotta and Merc are kind of like the types to be like, we'll fight if we have to, and then Yukis will do whatever Merc does. But, we'll fight if we have to, but, like, we would also rather talk to these people. And eventually we did, but not until after we fought them.
The main mantis that we encountered in the tower, Bumbu just started calling him the wizard, because if people live in a tower, she is classifying them either as princess or wizard, or somewhere between them on a scale.
Can I admit something stupid here? I thought Bumbu was making a very rude joke about the mantis's sex life.
When you turn 30.
Yeah, so it took me a while to actually figure that one out.
Where's my goddamn wizard powers? Come on, I put the legwork in.
I also put the legwork in, and I've got nothing to show for it.
The lady who lives in the lighthouse, or works in the lighthouse, her name began with an
Antina, or...
Yeah, Antina.
Abigail? No.
Yeah.
Antina.
No, Antina. In Bumbu's mind, Antina was a princess. The mantis was a wizard. She classified herself as a wizard princess.
Oh, nice. I love Bumbu's brain so much.
Yeah. She's very much a weirdo.
No, she makes very normal decisions. I can completely follow how she thinks.
She was trying to kind of, like, spy on what was going on to gather information, but in the process, she also just started feeling extremely bad for the mantises in general, and that one specifically, because...
The mantises got kind of a shit deal.
Yeah, their lives suck.
Yeah, and I think Bumbu did kind of make friends with Wizard.
Yeah.
At first she was just kind of annoying it, like, buddy, I'm just trying to do my job here. Could you not ask so many questions? And then eventually it was just like, all right, you're a little bit endearing here. Here's my works computer. Go play a little bit of solitaire on it.
Yeah, wait, real quick. And I've derailed my train of thought already, but Bumbu was very happy being alone. Like, she wasn't lonely. She was just kind of good to vibe on her own because she knew her vibe was very different from everyone else's.
And then I forced her to have a friend.
Yeah, so as the campaign went on, she got more used to people, which was good for her. So she had that empathy of, oh, these people are actually lonely. Like, not having a friend sucks for them. So then she wanted to be friends with them.
Damn. You ever, like, have a realization about yourself because you see yourself reflected in someone else's experience?
Well, that's the thing that I'm trying to make a point of. That's not what happened. She's just empathetic, she would have continued being happy to have no friends. Yeah, it's like she could understand what they were going through. Like, it wasn't something, so sympathy, empathy, whichever. No. It was empathy, because empathy is being able to understand someone and not just feel bad for them. So, it's like, okay, this sucks for them. I want to make things better for them. Yeah, so it wasn't her like, oh, I'm lonely. No, she was still okay.
Bumbu unironically coming up to these lonely people being like, damn, you live like this?
Mm-hmm.
Bumbu met the ultimate lonely boy at the end of the campaign, but I guess we can get to that in due time. Is there any? Yeah, I mean, yeah. What? Any sort of other key moments for your characters throughout the campaign?
I mean, I feel like there was a key moment where, at least, I think Ricotta saw, but I'm not sure who else did, where we saw how Bumbu's power worked, and how she pulls out a fucking gun.
Very good.
Because of the media she played.
Bumbu can have a gun once.
Yeah. Her awakened soul worked differently from other people in the way that the edicts work. In that she always had a different power every time she used it, but it had a cost of destroying some original media, which she really didn't like doing. And it was based on whatever the thing that got used up in that creation was. So like, that was a Betamax copy of Dirty Harry.
Yeah, literally one of her powers comes from like a VHS of Scooby-Doo, and the power just makes like a big sandwich that she can eat in one bite, and that ended up being the most useful. That ended up being the most significant use of her power in the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Bumbu is the only one, I believe, that has a body count.
I'm sure Warwick has some corpses somewhere.
Yeah?
I mean, during the campaign, at least.
Yeah. Aside from, like, the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was Bumbu.
Yeah, no, I just meant of the player characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bumbu did kill one of the mantises, to save Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
Which, just consider that.
You're like, I hate you, but I'm still gonna save you, I guess.
Yeah, oh. And she was laying every bit of guilt from doing that on Warwick.
But, yeah, I think at least Ricotta saw it happen. And actually eventually would, like, confront, not, like, aggressively, just, like, be like, hey, what happened there, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I guess for context, like, guns technically exist in the world of Grey Pollen, but any sort of like manufacturing of like guns or bullets or gunpowder is like super forbidden. Like, you're gonna get on a lot of people's shit list if you got like a fucking bullet factory in your damn town.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and, Ricotta is very, like, practical, so she wouldn't have, like, said anything if it had been like, oh, Bumbu actually does have a gun, but, like, hides it with her edict, but then it's like, oh, okay, you can only use this once anyway. But, like, wow, that's crazy that you can even do that. That you could just, like, create something, because that's, Ricotta's power is, like, can be quite good, but, like, on the surface is just like, oh, they can manipulate, like, cloth to their will, kind of, and is like, on the surface that looks very, like, okay. Instead of just like, oh, they can just make whatever based on the media they, like, slap into their leg disc.
Well, no, she just had media players in her leg, so that if she encountered something, she could make a digital copy immediately.
That's right.
Yeah. She had to actually hold the thing in her hand.
one of the more conceptual powers I've heard of from Grey Pollen, because a lot of it's, murk, it can like turn into smoke, like that's very physical. The electricity from
I made things conductive. The electricity did come from mucus itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was an electric eel, not like
What was Warwick's edict again? I kind of forgot.
Bathysphere, he makes a big bubble shield.
Oh, right.
He makes a big bathysphere.
I wonder if it went bomb when it formed.
God, I hope it does.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Thank you, Sonic 3, for living in my head forever.
The bubble shield.
We're very there's an unusually high number of awakened souls, people with powers in this town, because we were near what the mantises would call like a gateway or something.
Not actually. Like, when I say gateways, I'm just like, God, I do not want to explain the fucking mythology of the Grey Pollen setting. Let's just say it's like, gateway is where your edict comes from, and also like your soul and who you are as a person.
Right.
Well, not even your soul. Like, stuff that makes you alive comes from your gateway. That's all.
But there was like a high concentration of something that made it so there was a lot of us being powered.
I think it's just a matter of like, Butterwill Remains Whole being a big city and having a lot of people in it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like, typically like 2 or 3 awakened out of 100. Well, less than that, maybe like 1 out of 100. So you get enough people.
I thought that was part of the reason why the refiners were like interested, kind of.
I'd say it's more of a coincidence than anything. Like, yeah.
Well, never mind.
It's fine.
I mean, kind of crazy coincidence, because eventually we like had to deal with a big angel. Kind of.
Yeah.
For a second.
Quite glad that we didn't have to actually deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? How do I raise the stakes in this scene? Oh, I will make the fucking Archangel director of, like, the Terraformer program show up for, like, a hot second. And then, like, obviously I can't make you fight the Archangel, because despite what some Call of Cthulhu GMs would tell you, you can't just make your players fight Cthulhu.
No, because your players would try to kiss Cthulhu.
That's right.
I don't want to kiss an overlord like that, like someone who's running the fucking, like, capitalist hellhole? Nah.
No.
What if he's really hot, though?
Maybe. Maybe I'd fuck him and then kill him. No, I'm just kidding. This is a joke. But, so, because we did, like, damage the other mantises, including Wizard, and all of them were, like, still alive, but we were trying to, like, kind of take care of them. That was kind of part of when, at some point, Ricardo would talk to Bumbu about her power and stuff, and, like, we had that whole thing. But, I don't know, eventually there was just, like, 2 moons in the sky. 2 suns? 2 suns in the sky.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know where the moons came from.
It's from that poem. No, that was stars. Never mind. No, there were twice as many stars in the sky as usual. The 2-headed golf poem.
Poem. I don't know.
I will send that to you. That's a beautiful poem.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we had to deal very briefly with a second son, who was the one who was the head of the Terraformer program, who maybe stole the mantises back? I'm not 100% sure what happened there.
Yeah, the Archangel showed up and just kind of, like, disappeared all the mantises, took them back to their home world, and just boogied out of there.
Oh, but we still had to, like, fucking deal with getting all the people out of town. Because there were all these, like, big old refiners on the skyline, you know? Like, we were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, we had to evacuate. I missed all of that. That's why I'm quiet for this part of the podcast. I am bad at planning, and I was unavailable for like 3 sessions.
Part of it was also we switched to like mornings around this time, and so I was a little bit more tired during it too.
Yeah, so basically, like, kind of last leg of the campaign, the party finds out that their town is going to be, like, specifically targeted for, like, sort of the next, like, alpha test of the terraformers. Like, Wizard, like, made the suggestion, like, hey, the terraformers that attacked a town last time, like, lived longer than the ones who that just kind of got released into the middle of the wild. Maybe the fact that they're eating people is making them live longer. Haha, wouldn't that be funny? I don't know if this is true. Me, as the GM, I got no fucking idea. I haven't decided.
Oh. Cool. I'm glad that we're just testing stuff.
I'm scared now.
The Archangels, just like, we're gonna move fast, break things, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna move fast, destroy a town, and kill everyone in it.
I mean, why would it care? Like, it's not one of the mans.
Literally no reason to.
Yeah. And that's when we split the party in 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, Bumbu got, some extremely cryptic, borderline meaningless advice from Wizard, which is just like, find the surveyor, open its gateway, break the links, which I did not know what that meant until we literally got there and did it. You're welcome.
Would you like to know what my working theory was?
Go for it.
I thought that the surveyor was gonna be like a really fucking huge thing. Like
So did I.
I was thinking it was gonna be like some sort of kaiju, and the plan Bumbu had going in was touch the thing and try to use her awakened soul on it in the way that she would use media in order to like try to interface and kind of hack its connection to whatever. Which is kind of what actually happened.
Yeah.
But with a lot more steps.
Instead of a giant form, it was it kind of went into the Japanese RPG like mode of it gets really big until it gets small again because it's just like a human man now sized creature. But it's the strongest thing instead. Yeah,
like literally last minute I was like, wait a minute, maybe the surveyor is something you can talk to, and that's
and that made everything so much better.
Yeah, so Bumbu went to find the surveyor. Basically all we knew about the surveyor to that point is that we passed one, like, on our way, like, sailing to the archipelago. It was just, and we didn't even see what it was. It was just kind of like this indistinct background humming and this, like, glowing light somewhere under the surface of the water. I kind of initially imagined them as, like, looking like big whales, basically, and then I decided, like, no, this is person-shaped. Literally, like, fucking second to last session of the campaign.
Cool.
And Warwick teamed up with the captain to basically protect the town and the people who aren't able to evacuate from just like the wave of refiners.
This is the captain of the, like, people that had come to town.
Yeah, technically, like, the former captain of the Submissive Inbreedable. Like, the story with that ship is, like, the crew is all made up of people who are fleeing from, like, the town that got destroyed in the initial alpha test of the terraformers. So yeah, they know about these monsters, like, they escaped these monsters. They're all like, hey, these monsters are fucked up. And the captain is the only awakened member of that crew, although, like, after her battle with, with the terraformers initially, she just kind of, like, wasn't able to use her power for a while after that. Then she got it back eventually. And the thing that she does is control air pressure. So and not a lot, I'm thinking only, like, a couple of PSI, but she can do it across a very large area, so she can create wind or, like, create pressure in a chamber, just do stuff like that.
Yeah, but it helped her with, because she lost a limb to the initial fight, because they can take your limbs in not a bloody way, in, like, a very, like...
No, it is a bloody way.
Or... Sorry.
If they bite your arm off, then the arm is just fucking gone.
Yeah.
It is erased from reality. And a clean cut, that shit's still gonna bleed a whole hell of a lot.
Sorry, yes. I don't know why I said in a non-bloody way. In a clean way, kind of, except it's bloody.
Yeah.
In a way that shouldn't happen if you're gonna cut off someone's arm, typically.
Yeah, so the captain, like, lost an arm in the process of, like, killing a terraformer. This all happened off-screen before the campaign took place. And she has a prosthetic that Bumbu built for her that she is able to, like, manipulate the fingers of by, like, adjusting pressure in, certain chambers. So yeah, she and Warwick, protected the city from refiners. Warwick got his arm bitten off, like, really fucking early on and took 3 harm and was basically close to death. So he just kind of, like, had to sit the entire rest of the invasion out and just, like, listen to everything happening on the radio.
Which was maybe good for him, because
Yeah.
he was running into stuff too much.
Yeah, the captain explicitly told him, hey, stay the fuck here, stay safe, you're ready, don't go back out there. I was trying to tempt him to go back out there. He didn't do it, though. Probably good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bumbu met with the surveyor, and then the 3 of us, because it was kind of Pat and I for a little bit, just because, like, as Patra was saying, like, they were out a couple sessions, but, like, we kind of helped with the evacuation, but that was kind of fucky, too, because eventually...
And then, turns out space went wrong, so you kind of ended up in the wrong place while you were evacuating. Like, all the ships that, were sailing out of town kind of ended up sort of looping around and running into each other. But then you kind of ended up going to the archipelago where the initial adventure was set, and on that you found the entrance to a factory where the terraformers were being created.
Yeah, another tower. And we were like, hey, no. Oh, no. Why are you here? And that was when we tried to fight them, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, there were mantises in the factory. Merc started a fight. Didn't go well. Basically, y'all were able to, like, negotiate your way out of there, but you might have all. Yeah.
Which was good, because I kind of did not want... I was like, oh, no, we're okay, I guess we're fighting now. I didn't know that. Yeah,
things kind of went loud and then went bad, which is kind of what happens in God Eater. But yeah, like, I was like, okay, I can't just, like, have this, like, thread of the story and on, like, just kind of like a nothing, we're getting out of here, nothing was accomplished, I'll give them a choice to make. They're allowed to get out of here, but also they have to take some cloning pods with them that contain terraformers.
So the problem was the reason the tower was there was because there was too many terraformer like guys, and it like fucked with the space time, and even the mantises were not happy that they were in this new place. They were like, we're not supposed to be here, and we have to either, they were like, we either have to wait until tech support helps us, which will never happen, or you have to take some of these clone guys. And so we took the clone guys.
Yeah, terraformers eat reality. Turns out if you try to make too many of them at once, it will like fuse the dimensions into each other temporarily. It'll fuck up space a little bit. It'll make two suns. Don't want that.
Maybe space should be a little fucked up, though. Two suns is pretty fucking cool.
It is cool. Maybe too warm, though,
The amount of sunscreen you'd need.
And then, like, the wildest shit in the campaign, Bumbu's interaction with the Surveyor.
Who she named Luke.
Yeah, jeez.
That was pretty good.
Something I had never mentioned before was way before that, when she asked the wizard if he had a name and he said no, and she asked, do you want one? It was in that moment I decided that if she ever gave someone a name, she was literally going to just give them her dead name.
She's not using it anymore. Why not?
Yeah.
Free real estate.
Yeah, so I had no idea what her dead name would be. But yeah, it was just like, oh, okay. She named this surveyor Luke partially because like my thought process was, oh, it's a surveyor, it looks around, Look and Luke sound similar. But yeah, I'm a simple bitch.
But then later you were like, actually, this is Bumbu's dead name.
Oh, yeah, well, I was like, okay, yeah, like, it doesn't come up organically, so I just ended up saying it after the fact.
Yeah.
Rolling high in this game is very hard, and Bumbu rolled a 21 on convincing the surveyor essentially to be a person.
Yay.
Yeah, this is after so many people had almost died because we rolled badly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is when we were talking about the three of us getting almost fucking killed.
Yeah, and then after that, y'all continued to roll badly, unfortunately.
We had some trouble, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'm glad you rolled well for this weird situation.
Yeah.
If I could have picked one roll in the entire campaign to roll high on, it would have been that roll.
Let's fucking go. So yeah, basically Bumbu meets the Surveyor, and the Surveyor is just kind of like this featureless, robed being with, like, no desire. Basically, like, yeah, I wasn't built to have desire. I was built to fulfill this job. This job is to, like, feed sensory data into the rest of the terraformers. I'm not going to stop what's about to happen to your town, because I was not built to stop. I have no desire to stop. And then Bumbu convinced it to be a person, and it was nice.
Mm-hmm. And then some trippy shit happened.
Yeah.
It kind of already seemed like it wanted to be, though, because it was kind of observing people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, if I had desire, being a person and having friends might be nice, but I don't think I really do have desires, so why worry about it, It said copingly.
Yeah.
Huffing that copium.
And then it created a crystal record.
Yeah. So, like, the conceit of God Eater, the system itself, is that, like, you're in a post-apocalyptic setting, and there are, like, fucked up spaces of reality, like that are like literally gods. Like basically what people call gods are like these fucked up, like liminal, like unreality spaces where like metaphorical concepts like become physical things that you can interact with, and if you like eat parts of these gods, you can like expand your own powers. That's what this was. The one damn time it happened in the entire campaign. We finally made it a god eater. Let's go.
Oh shit, I just realized what the sun was now.
God?
Yeah. The record was what? The princess rescues the captive prince?
Yeah, that was the sort of phrase pressed into this crystal record that the surveyor generated out of pure light.
That resulted in some William Gibson shit, but biomechanically and with souls.
Yep. So yeah, Bumbu ends up in the metaphorical space. She sees, like, in a metaphorical way, the surveyor is like hooked up to this miniature sun with big thick chains that are also like the arteries feeding it life. Because the thing about the surveyor, it cannot like leave the sort of pocket dimension room it lives in, or it will be like disconnected from its life source and die.
And perish.
But it connects itself to something else.
Yes.
A different life source.
So, yeah, like, turned out the mantis was basically saying, go kill the surveyor.
Yes.
And Bumbu is like, even though she's the one with the body count, she's like the one who probably would least like to kill a person.
I mean, she already knows how much it sucks to do that, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she hasn't processed that yet.
Oh, good.
Valid. I'm sure she's fine.
That processing happened in, like, the epilogue time skip. But, yeah, so she starts breaking those chains, and Emory said it's like, oh, once they're broken, they become malleable. I'm like, okay. I turned them into, like, a hose or tube or whatever, like, would be used in a transfusion. And Bumbu plugged those 6 former chains into herself in the process. And it probably went it might have gone very bad for her.
Yeah, turns out trying to, like, replace a miniature sun with your own body as, like, an energy source for, like, a supernatural being kinda doesn't go too well for you. It kinda takes a big toll. So what happened?
Bumbu decided to use the most useless of her 3 pieces of media that she had in the game, which was a VHS of 2 or 3 Scooby-Doo episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think you even said that they were like some of the shitty episodes too.
Yeah.
So she uses that, and when we randomly generated what those 3 pieces of media were, I was like, okay, we're generating what these are. Emory was naming what they were, and I was going, okay, and this is what it does. It's like, oh, VHS, that's not going to be very powerful of the types of media. It's shitty Scooby-Doo episodes. It just makes one of those Scooby-Doo sandwiches.
It makes a big sandwich and you can eat it in one bite.
Yes. So Bumbu did that, but she also added a little bit of that metaphorical sun into the sandwich.
Yeah, she infused the sandwich with the power of creation. As you do.
NBD.
I mean, well, she kind of had, like, some chains that were connected to it to, like, serve as a channel.
And then it kind of expanded her soul.
Yeah. No idea what that means.
Nope. Me either.
I mean, basically what it means is that, like, now you can make your own recordings and, like, create media out of, like, the things you make yourself.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
That's why the surveyor in like literally the last scene of the campaign gave you like a tape recorder with a blank cassette. Like, here, you can do this now. You can just do this.
Yes. Now, I went into this with the expectation of the result was going to be that Bumbu essentially would lose her awakened soul.
No, it got stronger.
Yeah. So that went against my expectations. But yeah, so she saved the surveyor.
Yeah.
And then more weird shit happened.
Yeah. So like the surveyor was underwater, so Bumbu had to like swim down to find it and then got sucked into this like pocket dimension. So like Bumbu's underwater when, you know, as soon as she saves the surveyor, like they're both ejected from the pocket dimension. They're back underwater. Grim, one of the members of the submissive and breedable, like the first mate, now that the former first mate has stepped up as captain, she's like there. She swims Bumbu and the surveyor up to the surface. I had the line in mind for Grim to be like, why the hell are there two of you? Just in the sense of like, why are there two people that I'm having to like drag to the surface of the water now? But then like right before I said the line, it's like, oh, what if she means why are there two Bumbus?
Uh-huh. And you described what Luke looked like, to which I had a little suggestion. Yeah, so Bumbu was just like, say hi to Luke, and they introduce each other, and she's like, see, it's not two of me.
I will say that Luke does not look exactly like Bumbu. It still retains like a lot of the surveyor features and kind of like a mostly featureless face and like, you know, smooth white skin instead of fur. But other than that, Bumbu shaped.
I do want to see a picture.
Yeah, I will draw. I will
draw all of us. No, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot.
But I like the idea that, like, because we kind of had an epilogue, and then the month between, like, Bumbu, like, explained what happened to at least a couple people. And, like, I was just thinking about this just now. Ricardo's like, damn, why was your... what if they were like, damn, why was your, like, situation so fucking cool? Why did that happen? That was so cool. We just had to, like,
almost get cut in half a few times.
Yeah.
I feel like it did end up a little unbalanced in the end there. Sorry about that.
Absolutely.
It's what we're used to.
As the person who got a little bit of extra, I am gonna say, like, I do think that's as a result of Bumbu was the one that, like, saw the main story question. It's like, yeah, I'ma do that.
Yeah, Bumbu, to her credit, did take the main character quest.
Bumbu was actually trying to do the story.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Important side quests, though.
Yeah.
Like saving the fucking town from being killed.
That is important.
Bumbu's reasoning was, if we can do this, that saves the town. Whereas the other stuff probably only delays the inevitable.
It was more like if what Bumbu's doing didn't work, we still have backups.
Yeah.
That was kind of
absolutely.
Ricardo's thought was like, they were like, I hope this works, but if it doesn't, because this is kind of insane and we have a riddle we have to fucking solve in order to do this. Finding out later it's less of a riddle and more of a, like, that's literally what I had to do. Except I didn't. I actually didn't kill them. But, yeah. And we just had, like, little things where, like, the town was partially destroyed, but also partially remade into being more of a, like, weird sci-fi town from these things attacking it.
Mucus lost its house. Sort of.
Sort of.
Poor Mucus.
Poor Mucus.
Because Mucus lives in a mud hole and was like, I have to make another mud hole now for...
Yeah, because there's now an ugly, fully furnished house where my mud hole used to be.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked up if true.
We look at the, all the, like, cloned, like, surveyor... Or, not surveyor, oh my gosh. Sorry, that's what Luke is. Refiner
yeah.
clones? I don't know what... Yeah. The refiner clones were put into the tower that we had first seen, and we're just gonna let them grow there, I guess. There's just like 15 of them. Who knows what's gonna happen there? I don't know. That seems bad, but also fine, maybe.
Sometimes they're nice.
Maybe we can raise them to be nice. Maybe we can be like, hey, what if you're like pepperonis?
Oh yeah, also I did establish that the captain made friends with a surveyor.
With a refiner?
I never like said it explicitly, but that was like the same surveyor that the captain tried to like talk to when y'all were in the tower that one time.
Yeah. Refiner, right?
Yeah. Did I say surveyor? God damn it, I'm silly.
At least from this, like, whole mess of things, there's one surveyor, multiple refiners, and relays.
Yeah.
Pepperoni was the first one that we made nice with. So that's one that some of the kids that Merc takes care of, like, had kind of found one and made friends with it and named it Pepperoni.
Being children, they immediately made friends with the dangerous monster that wants to kill them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
And it doesn't try to kill them anymore, but it does copy, because one of them's awakened, and it copies the ability that the one awakened can do.
Yep.
Because they can just do that. So, I don't know, maybe we can be like, what if we're nice to these ones? I also said, what if, I think Ricotta made the first bag of holding in this universe, because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Using the weird sci-fi stuff left behind by some of the refiners and their power over cloth stuff. So that's kind of where I ended up.
Yeah. What are people's closing thoughts? It's like 4:30. What do we want to say before we wrap it? I
am gonna be bringing Mucus to other things because I had so much fun.
Good.
I'm trying to. I'm already half asleep. I will admit. Did not flesh out Mucus before we started. Mucus had no backstory. I know nothing about Mucus. That was all on-the-fly stuff that I came up with during the campaign. And now that I know who it is, I want to keep him.
Yay.
Yay.
Sometimes it's better to leave a guy enigmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love music. I love Mucus.
I love music.
I love music.
I also love music. And Mucus.
Sorry for making fun of you.
Yeah, just, only thing I have to add is, like, the only thing I have in mind for Bumbu, like, I loved playing her. This is not a character I'm going to, like, try to write a lot of extra stuff about, but she definitely at some point will leave town and look for more bug people.
Okay.
Do you think she'll ever come back?
Depends. Yeah, well, I have no details in mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nor do I plan on trying to come up with them myself.
Yeah, I did, like, leave some dangling threads at the end of the campaign, like, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen to the mantises who kind of disappeared on us, like, what's gonna happen with, the cloning pods we took home, like, what's gonna happen with, the terraformers who, like, left, town after the after the surveyor kind of went out of commission. Yeah, all questions that may not ever be answered. But you know what? I don't. It's just like, yeah. We don't have to like wrap up every single thing there. We can kind of like leave it ambiguous for the future.
Yeah, I would like to return to it once upon a time, but not. I don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with all of it.
Good. I'm glad. Like I said, it definitely did not have the energy of like Reaper's Olympics. Yeah. There were times where I felt like I wasn't doing especially well with it, or I just like did not have enough to bring to it. But like overall, I'm happy with it. I think we had some pretty good times there.
I think we had some pretty fun things that we did with it.
Definitely.
Yeah. I liked Reaper's Olympics. I liked this better.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you're the only one that has been in both, so. Well, besides Emory, obviously.
Yeah.
Only player.
Of us, Dan and Patrick were both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's all.
I think that's all.
At least. I just lost my train of thought.
Are Bumbu and Luke ever gonna kiss?
I'll do my plugs.
Are Bumbu and Luke ever gonna kiss? You have to tell me, Izzy.
They're related, kind of.
I hope not, because they in my mind it's like, oh, they're basically siblings.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was thinking more like Digimon partners, but you know what? That interpretation also works.
Not every Digimon partner are relationships. I know most of them are to you, but they could be siblings too.
Yeah. They can be siblings like Hiro and Gamamon, or they can be in a toxic relationship like Yoshiro and Jellymon.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Or they could just mind their own business. Like, Uri and Angoramon, I have the names correct.
That's right.
Uri never minded her own business a day in her life.
That's true. She was an influencer. But she was more about other people's drama than her own. And the relationship is drama, so she would never.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do my plugs.
Okay, yeah.
Go for it.
Let's wrap it up. We're over time.
Hey, look in the show notes. There's a Discord server there. You can find me there. I don't do social media. I theoretically am going to be on a new podcast that I'm sure Emory will tell everyone about. So that's me.
Should I do that now? It's going to be called Drum and Gaze. We're talking about Digimon Beat Break. We're going to do it in the same feed as Ghost Gaze. So if you're already subscribed to that, peachy, perfect. You got it. And I'm looking forward to it. We
I thought you were going for the disappearances of Lydia Fontaine. I was not ready for the Beat Break.
I'm a bit part in that.
And it's not new, because it's already around.
Yeah, so, also Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine. I'm in it. You can listen to the pilot right damn now. Even if you've already listened to it, go listen to it again, and get hyped for the rest of Season 1. It's already in the works. We're doing it, people.
Also, I'm realizing by the time this episode comes out, you might have already started.
Yeah, you might have already listened to Drum and Gaze.
But
Wait, is Drum and Gaze you and Izzy, or is it all of us?
It's all of us.
Okay, I was confused for a minute because you said you, and I was like, I'm very tired.
I said you.
I just want to say it the way I did to be funny.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, no, I want to be part of it.
I would never exclude you.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I was a guest on Ghost Gaze, and then I Kramered in on COTG and was like, I'm a host this too.
Yep.
Yes, I will just guest on every episode of Drum and Gaze.
True.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your plugs. Please continue.
That's
I
it.
think that was it. Yeah.
Ah, nice. I have social media, but unfortunately I do. Not important. I will plug my Instagram for once. It's @ttrpg with underscores between every word, because I will be in a fun little casual witch hat atelier collab for cosplay, and I am frantically grabbing my phone to find the title of the other thing I'm in. It's called Divine Pathways, and it's a Fire Emblem Three Houses Oracle deck that I will be writing 2 cards for.
Oh, sick.
So
That's
Neat.
awesome.
I don't know when that is going to be finished because I never looked at any deadlines except when to submit the pitches.
Hey, whatever.
So one day that will be done.
When it comes out, we'll talk about it. We'll
Hell yeah.
or whatever. You can find me in most places at Haunting the Morgue. That's really it. Except maybe also Drum and Gaze, I guess. And you can find this podcast on noisepace.xyz, home of podcasts that you love and we love too. And you can find the actual podcast at most places that check out this guy. And maybe it'll be updated someday again. It was for a second. Anyway.
It's updated, but blink and you'll miss it, and you keep blinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop blinking and go to sleep.
All right.
Yes. Good night, Quatra. And
night,
goodbye,
Quatra.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Bye.